Hey, what's up, man? This is Chris from Cycle Source Magazine, Grease and Gears Garage Live. So here it is. This is the new format we've been telling you guys about. You have to bear with us today. We have a new engineer in the studio. This is quite unique for me. We're actually shooting this live in the Grease and Gears Garage. And today we're going to do this old turd of a motorcycle 101. Actually, I shouldn't be so rough. This is our donor bike for the Twisted Tea giveaway bike for 2020. The gentleman that I got this motorcycle from was out in the hills of western Pennsylvania. He loved it very much for a long time. And now we're just going to go through the steps of taking the bike apart, making sure that it's good for a donor, which we kind of did before we bought it, but we're going to go through all the parts, see what's keepable, what can be put on eBay, and get this thing stripped down, man, so we can start making it into some kind of cool bike for one of you guys to win. You remember we do this year after year with Twisted Tea. The first year we did a 70s inspired chopper with twisted pieces in the frame and the wheels and all over the place. The second year we did a little tracker inspired motorcycle that the guy who won it up in New Hampshire loves like you can't even describe. The third year, which was just given away, is the West Coast inspired lowrider motorcycle. And this year we're going to keep it under wraps, man. Like what this motorcycle is going to be. You're going to have to tune in for a few episodes to see where we're going with this. You know, like every other bike that we do here in the garage, it'll start off with a rendition, so we know where this bike is going, but you have to tune in a couple times to see. Alright, so first things first, with getting this motorcycle going, we want to verify that it starts and runs, no super loud engine noise or any shit like that. Okay, so other than being a cold ass Evo, it's good. You guys might notice that we have some background music here, and it doesn't actually match what's on the television, and that's because the Nazis at YouTube can't make the distinction between background music and stuff that's just playing and music you're trying to put into a video. Every time we make one of those with background music that's not just like on a loop that you buy the rights for, they turn our videos off. So if the YouTube Nazis are watching right now, please do not turn off our video. We bought this music. Bastards. Okay. So, like I said, new engineer in the studio, Missy Shoemaker, giving her first run at a live broadcast. So awesome. Heather's helping her get acclimated right now, but in short order, Heather's also going to come up here and help me tear this motorcycle apart. And so the first things that we're going to do, obviously, is remove the fluids, the battery, and then just get into the bulk of it. I'll be completely honest, there's not a whole lot of this motorcycle that we're going to end up keeping. Right. And that's not so much because it's been abused in its life, which it absolutely has. But the direction we're going with this to make a cool custom bike is just, it's not going to need a whole bunch of these parts. So we're just going to strip them down. And if you're looking for any used beat up Sportster parts, You can find them at Cycle Warehouse in Butler. 724-282-PART. That's where most of our stoner bike parts go. So, to bring you guys up to speed, what is Grease and Gears Garage Live? Well, for 4 years now, we've been doing the whole Grease and Gears Garage up on stage at the big national events and inviting our builder friends to come out and do what they do for you guys. Teach you stuff about fabrication, modifications, performance work, etc. In this next chapter, we've broke that performance up into 2 different parts. One is called Roadshow. In Roadshow, we pack up all the gear and we head to somebody's shop. The one that's coming up here real soon is Xavier Muriel from Providence Cycle. And we do a whole episode from that person's shop. The other part of this is now going to be Grease and Gears Garage Live, which is at my garage, where we're going to have people come in. Sometimes it's just going to be us, and we're going to go through, again, everything from fabrication to basic maintenance. Wow, this thing is in really bad shape. But bad shape or not, it runs. It's actually got a really nice sounding motor once you get it warmed up. So, first thing I'm going to do is get rid of the gas, and then we're going to move on to draining the oil. Make sure I turn the gasoline off. And for this, I got this handy little deal for Motion Pro, whichever camera I'm on, and we're gonna use this like normally, you know, or maybe you don't. You use this to run a motorcycle with no gas tank on it. What we're gonna do is use it to drain our gas tank. Hopefully.
So, just so you know, hey guys, I'm Heather. I'm Chris's other half in life, in the magazine, in the garage, whatever you want to call it. But do you know you have people from all over the world watching you right now?
Seriously?
I'm watching social media, and we have people from Colombia and North Carolina and Mexicali. Local guy, Uniontown, PA.
Oh,
Scotland in the house. Germany. Just everywhere.
Germany.
Yeah.
Hey, the person from Germany, how close are you to Gießen? There's a little town outside of Frankfurt, Gießen, that a brother of mine lives. Oliver Brook is his name. Lived here for many, many years as an exchange student. Was such a good brother to everyone at the magazine.
All right, let's see. Michigan, Ohio, Kansas City, Montreal, Quebec.
Quebec.
Terry Lee Henderson says you need to get a Fitbit to count how many miles you walk around the Sportster. Let's see. Chris Noah's in the house. Amy Keene is in the house. Mark Velasquez is in the house. He says,
hey, wait a minute.
Building bike.
Amy Keene's in the house. Am I on this camera right now? Amy Keene. So I'm not telling everybody what this bike is going to be yet, but I will tell everybody that this is going to be a solo seat motorcycle. And it just so happens we're looking for somebody to do the artwork and the leather. So what do you think? You want to be on the big show? Come on. Give us a call.
wow, that's quite an invitation. So I don't know if I'm supposed to be watching social media or helping. Can I just watch social media?
Well, eventually you're going to have to help.
It's just so great seeing people from all over the world watch this. Let's see. Wisconsin, Tennessee, New Zealand, Norway.
New Zealand.
Cartersville, Georgia. Down under. Giovanni, if you are in Australia, we are sending our prayers to everyone in your country. I wish there was more we could do, but we will send you as many good thoughts, happy thoughts, safe thoughts as we can. We hope you stay safe and your family stays safe. Texas, California, New York, Sao Paulo, Brazil. That's a place I would like to go.
Well, has been quite a few many years since we summered in Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Although I have to be honest, there isn't anywhere I wouldn't go given the opportunity. So, but while you guys are watching, Chris, if you have questions, comments, concerns, complaints, he'll take the complaints. I'll take the compliments and comments. Go ahead and post them up. We will try to answer them for you either live here or in the comment section.
Yeah, actually, if you look while we're broadcasting, right off to the side somewhere, there's going to be a screen, and that's a combined chat message system from all the different social media. So you'll be able to watch that from wherever you're at and comment from where you watch Shop Talk and Grease and Gears Garage.
So now, did you tell them already? I wasn't paying attention, which is kind of normal. How many, that this is bike number 4 for Twisted Tea that you've done?
Yeah, we were actually talking about that.
Did you go through the other styles that you've done and that each one is different?
Uh-huh.
Man, I'm totally behind the 8 ball today. I guess I should pay attention more.
Thanks for coming into work today.
It's Sunday.
I hope that's not how shitty the video is everywhere.
No, it looks awesome. I'm watching.
And look, see how nice? Rather than make a big mess, all I had to do was put this container lower than the feed of the gas tank, and it's just slowly going to empty out while I'm doing other stuff.
Chris Noe says he picked up a 24-inch long, narrow tunnel coffin tank out there in Prescott, and it needs a project.
I have projects.
Y'all can send us your parts. We'll use them. We'll figure it out.
So yeah, this year's been a blast, man. You know, this is the first thing that we're getting started on in 2020. So I'm still kind of reflecting on 2019 and how awesome it was. The height of which watching Shop Talk come along has been an absolute blast. I owe you guys tremendously for that because of the many things that I thought when I was a kid that I might want to be when I grew up. A internet broadcaster and podcaster. I never even had an idea that we would do stuff like that, but it's been a lot of fun, and I can't believe how well it's going.
It's pretty cool. Like, I very begrudgingly became part of the show.
Oh my God, right?
Very begrudgingly. But it's been really great experience, and the people we've met along the way, the guests that we've been honored to have, has been outstanding. And as always, so for those of you that don't know what Shop Talk is, it's a weekly broadcast that we do on Facebook, YouTube, on our channel, as well as our partner channel, Chopper Town. And we talk about what happened that week in motorcycle news, upcoming events, past events. Sometimes we do some product reviews, but then we have a guest from the industry that comes on and either tells us about their organization, their bike builds, their art. It could be anybody. Tonight just happens to be Ellie Raines.
That's going to be awesome,
from
right?
Women's Riders USA International. She's going to be telling us about her group as well as her upcoming event, Get Your Groove On, that's going to be taking place in the Midwest this May. But it's a cool show. It's 90 to 120 minutes of everything we can fit in every Sunday night.
You're funny.
What?
Because I always say
He'll cuss.
90 to 120 minutes, all the bullshit we can fit. Okay, so the battery's out. I was pretty sure that was going to be a wood screw, the way it was feeling.
Any wire nuts in here?
No wire nuts.
That's a good thing.
Well,
no
actually,
wire nuts.
This might have needed a few. Anyway. All right, so we've been
So Terry Lee Henderson said that your fuel thing here is a colonoscopy bag for a Harley.
Well, I'll tell you what, if there was ever a Harley that deserved a colonoscopy, this is
this
one.
one?
Yeah, boy. And you know what? This is what we were talking about, man. Here's what's funny, right? So, we deal with a lot of industry people all the time, and you guys who watch Shop Talk all the time will hear me bitch, that we're preoccupied with this idea of inventing a new customer, and we've lost track of who's really out there. See this motorcycle? This is who's really out there.
Yep.
You know what I mean? The guy we bought this off of was an old cat pulled up in a van that was a little creepy, had sunglasses on in the middle of the day.
Oh, he was totally sketchy.
But he was
Not gonna
old.
lie.
He was old biker. You know what I mean?
He was. He really was.
There was. It looked like very few things he had in his life that he cared about other than motorcycles.
Yes.
This one was his wife's. Made a decision that he, through
Actually,
the fact
he
that
sold it because they were getting a divorce.
But when you walk away from an interaction with somebody like that, you realize that's a lot of the customer that's out here, man. They don't have this $30,000 electric motorcycle thing. That guy, not only is that guy never gonna accept that,
Right.
he's probably never gonna come up with 30 grand that he wants to spend on.
But even then, still, in all due respect to the motor company and Polaris and Indian, I don't know a lot of people, and they are out there because obviously they're still building them and selling them. But I'm a very much a realist and I'm fairly conservative. For me to go out and spend $48,000 on a CVO, that's not realistic. I mean, granted, I'm a chopper girl at heart, so I'm probably I would take that money and build 6 or 7 choppers
God, I love this woman.
before I went out and bought a brand new Harley. And the market is out there. Not everybody can do what Chris does and what a lot of these custom builders do.
Yeah, but you know
so
what?
more power to you.
Here's the thing about that. I started out with a minimal amount of ability and a minimal amount of tools and a desire to learn this stuff, and that's really what it's all about,
And we do make mistakes along the way.
Oh my God!
I mean,
like right now, I'm letting the gas run all over the place.
So.
I also had way too much faith in how much gas this motorcycle had in it. I know this shit is poison.
But also, not all custom bikes have to be, full off, new frame restoration, hardtails. There's a lot you can do
with just dressing an old girl up.
Yep,
absolutely.
As a matter of fact, the last bike we did, the Lowrider, which came out beautiful. It was a 91 Softail that we started with. And it too had seen better days. But we were lucky enough when we bought it, it had an S&S 110 in it. And the motor was great. 6-speed tranny. And that? Yeah. With an S&S 110. So the motor was strong, the transmission was great. But we took it, and with very few modifications, and I don't even think Chris ever even turned on his welder.
Nope.
Made a beautiful lowrider.
And that was due to John Shope and his...
His dirty tail kit and his exhaust. Clockworks tins we used on that. But again, no welder. Made a beautiful Southern California inspired lowrider.
It's funny because I had a couple of my builder friends that were kind of like under their breath. They're like,
oh, they were totally dogging you. But when they saw what you did with it,
they probably still dog me.
no, they don't, because most of them have ridden. They think it's cool. Can I let this go now?
I think so.
Nope. I'd rather not set the shop on fire today.
No, we just got this done.
I know.
And hey, how about that? You look around this shop a little bit.
So
sometimes you don't realize how far you've come in the stuff that you're doing. My 16-year-old self would be so impressed with me right now.
Your 45-year-old
There's Judas Priest on a TV in a shop with choppers.
No, but seriously, a couple weeks ago, this shop that you see behind us was kind of the magazine warehouse. We had all our back issues and all our supplies for doing our road shows and bike shows and blah blah blah. You couldn't walk in here. It was a disaster. And Chris kind of got a hair across his backside and said, no more. I want to be able to use this shop functionally, work from here instead of having to go someplace else to do my projects. So he
mainly
cleaned
so
it
we
up.
could do this stuff for you guys too, you know, to show
That's what
everybody.
he says.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, well, we know why your eyes are brown.
You know, you think you're funny.
I am funny.
You're not funny.
I think I'm funny. All right, I'm letting this go. I don't want to stand here and hold it anymore because I want to check. Oh,
What?
it keeps leaking. I really want to check and see
Here,
if
give me
anybody
it.
cares what
Give
I'm
me
saying.
it.
I
Give
fixed
me
it. I don't need your help anymore. Let's see who's here.
Hey,
What? Aha.
a little more worky, a little less talky.
Phil Newton got a 92 Softail, got a 96-inch S&S stroker, do all my own wrenching. Good for you, Phil. Hello from Sweden. Carl Pusser
Sweden,
is
right.
watching. Carl
Pusser's in
we need
Sweden?
to talk again. No! Listen, Carl, text me, email, call me. I hope you're doing well. Let's see, Dan Benson, you're a lucky man.
I seriously am.
Vinny Bertoni, starting my first project on a small Honda 250. Good
Nice,
for you,
man.
Vinny.
Send
That's
us-
awesome. You gotta
send us
start somewhere.
pictures.
That's awesome.
Send us pictures. We're starting to. We're gonna start doing some features on garage builders.
Yeah,
like one a
that's
month
great.
specifically for
Yep.
garage builders.
Yep. That's Dennis Kirk's garage build.
Yeah.
Rick Plot, Rick here from Vintage Cycle Works, enjoying the live stream. Thank you, Rick. Thanks for tuning in.
Hey, and here's something to mention. Anybody with a shop or a product, if you want, like when you look around the shop, you see all these signs and stickers and stuff. These are all people that help us out, to help bring this programming and stuff. If you have something you want to be involved, or if you're a builder and you want to know how you can get on to Greasy Gears Garage to be part of all of this, get in touch with us, man. Hit us with a DM or shoot us an email through the magazine. You know, we're always looking for content both for this and for Shop Talk, so reach out. You know,
And then people do say I'm funny, just so you know.
that's because you're cute.
No, I'm
It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell a blonde with a little bum that she's not funny.
Christopher.
Hey, listen, I don't care. You can take the whole new, like, afraid to tell a woman she's hot thing.
No, I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
Chris Summer Simmons, morning from Maui, late night, tired lady. Hi, Chris. What were you doing up so late last night?
That's not polite.
Oh, you're... Becky, our lovely neighbor, said the shop looks great. She's amazed because she knows what it looks like before.
Yeah, because Becky had to stand in here and print t-shirts.
Missy says hi from the control room. Missy, you're doing an awesome job. You're hired. You have the job. You are never leaving Pennsylvania, just so you know.
Except for the fact that she's keeping the camera on you, you're not actually doing a damn
Because
thing.
I'm not moving. You just keep going around. And no, she's not. Drew Woodford, now I know why you and Ashley get along so well. Kurt Klopenga. Kurt, did I say your name right? Good morning from California. What are you doing out there?
What the hell do you care where everybody's at? What?
Because
All of a
it's
sudden
warm
you're
and not
the-
snowing where he is. And
Okay.
it was freezing here today.
I love tearing motorcycles apart.
Oh, Chris Pat was jamming last night and he was his roadie.
Nice.
That's awesome. Good for you.
So we did with the Black Smoke Sinners. We did a Doobie Brothers song, and like I've always been like a fan of that music, but I've never been in a situation where I've tried to actually chart any out and play it. Dude, the bass player that wrote that song was a bad dude, and I have so much fun playing it.
So yeah, he's a bass player too. Like he needs more projects. But you do have some shows coming up, don't you?
You know,
In
we're gonna
Austin.
be in Austin, January and February. Oh, that's not gonna work up there.
Let's see. Portugal in the house. Maryland. Oakland, Minnesota, Houston, Texas. Ooh.
Houston.
Junior Villazana has a Sportster 48 here. Houston, Texas. Kingsville, Ontario.
Chop that thing, Junior. Chop it.
Quebec. Oh, Villazana just got his first Harley. That's what he's got. What is this, the Sportster squad? Hey, you know?
Oh, listen. I want to talk about that for a minute. So, I've been branded as a Sportster guy here over the last couple years. And you guys see this is a 49 pan. There's another 49 pan back there. There's a twin cam. There's an Ironhead Sportster. There's a shovel head over here. But when you're doing this kind of work and when you're showing people like how to rock it on a budget, there is nothing that beats a Sportster. Because especially the Evo Sportster, 99 times out of 100, there is going to be nothing wrong with this motor. If there is, it's generally not anything that's a big deal to fix. So starting with a motorcycle that you can pick up in the neighborhood of $1,000, and that's going to be your project, you can pretty much guarantee that for another $2,000 or $3,000, you can put a sensational motorcycle together. So dollar for dollar, I don't get.
It's a great platform.
You can't tell me, like, if any of you guys have ever been beside me rocking down the road on one of those long Sportster choppers, you can't tell me that they're not a blast to ride, because I put some miles on them.
True.
But yeah, it does stink like Sportster in here a little bit.
I am partial to the pan and shovel though, since I had my druthers. Let's see, Jeffrey Kuhn currently working on a 90 Electra Live, Sportster Lives Matter. Chris Summer Simmons, I saw your band, you guys were great. That's
nice.
Pretty high accolades.
Wow, cool, man.
That's pretty awesome.
Thank you so much.
So is there something I can actually help you with, or you just want me to stand here for comedic commentary?
No, man, you can, like, get a wrench and start taking some stuff apart. You're not in here just because you're cute.
Oh, would you stop with that?
I keep forgetting what the hell I'm doing. Oh,
Oh, Drew wants to know what steps you're taking. Can you actually talk about what you're doing, maybe? That might help.
Well, like I said in the beginning, I didn't actually want to call this old turd of a motorcycle 101, but I'm really...
Is that like this old house?
Yeah.
Bob Vila?
I'm really just, right now we're letting the fuel drain. In a minute I'm going to let the oil drain. We're going to get rid of all the fluids, get the tank off, get the sheet metal off, get the wheels off, get the front end off, get the swing arm off, and eventually get the motor off. Because with this bike, unlike a lot of the other ones where we cut the rear section off and do our own hardtail, we're actually going to go with a full custom flat rope chops and rods bobber frame to start with. So we just need all of this gone. And you'll see, I'm going to be very specific about leaving the motor and the frame together, because next week we have special guests coming into the shop.
Yes, can I tell them about that?
Go ahead.
So next week sometime, we have Banks Brothers Motorcycles coming in, and they are going to be delivering the Banks Brothers engine lift. So excited. It actually won...
I gotta show you something. So...
Oh, what is that?
This is what you'll find sometimes in buying an old motorcycle.
But what is that? It's different colors.
Yeah, well, and some of the stuff I pulled off already, there was a third color. And this is not like I'm making my own, what they call that, sunrise, tequila sunrise?
I have no I wish.
This is just some old nasty gas that's, yeah.
Probably I can't
probably
believe it
some
started
water in there,
Rand.
and the brown shit that before
Rust?
was probably gas turning to varnish and rust. And,
Oh, right on.
yeah, so that's what I said though. Best thing is get it started. Now when we got to the place where we're buying this donor, the old boy already had it running.
Yeah.
So normally what I would do would be pump that gas out anyway and start with fresh gas, check the fluids, make sure, get it running, get it warmed up, make sure we didn't have any engine knocks or anything. But We didn't, and it was good.
So anyway, Banks Brothers is coming here with one of their lifts, which was voted Cycle-Source Reader's 2019 Shop Product of the Year. They're going to be bringing that here and helping us pull this motor with it, so we get a hands-on test of how bitchin' that product is.
Yeah, we actually
Sorry,
get to
Mom.
show you guys. What do you mean, sorry, Mom?
I said
This is
the
a
B word.
motorcycle garage, man.
It's still, I can be respectful.
You better get tits up.
Okay, so I'm totally throwing him under the bus right now. Did you hear what he just said? Excuse me, he said tits up. That's because he has been binge watching The Marvelous Miss Maisel, Mr. Shop Guy.
I wouldn't call it binge watching.
Christopher, Marvelous Miss Maisel.
That show was awesome.
Ooh, El Salvador.
I like El Salvador.
Junior, send us a pic. He wants to send us a pic of his sports event, what he's got done so far. You should. You can throw it in the messenger. We'll check that in a little bit. And then, let's see. Somebody was looking for... Oh, Kirk D'Souza. You're looking for XS650 carbs. Check out Daniel Donnelly at Pandemonium
Both Daniel
Custom
Donnelly
Choppers
and,
Hugh.
Yeah.
Yep.
You Owen.
Hugh's Hand Built. You can check out both of those. They may be able to hook you up.
And if you want to go as far as rephasing your XS650 motor, Daniel and you were both doing that work, and man, like, you cannot even believe what that does to that motor.
Alright.
Excuse me there, Blondie. Some of us got a job over here. Oh my god. Lost my mind.
Pat Simmons loves Marvelous Miss Maisel.
Right? See? He knows what's up.
Yeah. I love it.
I love Pat. Hey, how's the kids band doing?
Mike Drickle, we are going to pull the motor. I don't know if you posted that question before or after I talked about Banks Brothers. We're just going to do that when we get that piece of equipment here so we can show you all how it works.
We'll tell him what the piece of equipment is.
The Banks Brothers engine lift. Okay, what do you want me to do? I can help. But you have to tell me. Again, full disclaimer, I am new in the shop.
You're not new in the shop.
Well,
shut up.
I am not by any means a mechanic. He points at things and tells me what to do,
You don't have to be a
and I do
mechanic
it.
to tear shit apart.
But so I had the pleasure of building with him my first motorcycle project. A few years ago, we built a 73 Ironhead Sportster that we were fortunate enough to have in Michael Lichter's show. So that was my first real experience.
Look, good stainless
Building a bike.
hardware. I'm keeping that.
Where's your bucket? So again, he points at things, tells me what to do, and I do it. I'm not just gonna...
Hey!
When it comes to the motorcycle, that's about it.
Here, you want to go put this up on the wall?
Sure. Where do you want it?
Where the other ones are up there. Oh, I lost my stainless nut.
You lost your nut?
My stainless nut.
Oh. Sounded like a personal trouble.
There's this.
Where do you want it?
So, speaking of Pat Simmons and the band, are you going to be in Daytona, Pat?
Oh, I probably have to look at social media to see.
You do. Supposed to be my hookup. You're supposed to be my hookup, man.
Well, first you tell me to do something, and then you tell me to look at social media. You can't yell at me for being on my phone too much. Just saying. She hasn't answered yet.
Okay. Good Lord, how much
So-
fuel is in this bike?
A lot. So Mike said if you're only using the motor, why tear down the rest? We are going to use some of the other stuff, but also it's a great learning tool. This is a really good
Well-
opportunity for us to show people how to do these basic things and how to get people inspired to start a project.
Hey, and not just that, like, just because a bunch of these parts are nothing that I need doesn't mean that they're not something someone else is going to want. So
Right.
we take the sheet metal apart, we take the wheels apart. The front end, you'll look around the room here and see, like, I'll clean that front end up and we'll use it on another project. But most of this stuff is going to go up to Cycle Warehouse, and you don't just see whole motorcycles there. So we rip it all down, we find out what's good, throw out what's bad. You know,
Well,
let's
if he
ship.
lets you in his private stash, you see whole motorcycles there.
How about help me twist this off?
Olivia is here. Leon Campbell, wish I was there wrenching. Come on
too.
down. We can always use an extra hand.
Yeah, the address is in the magazine.
Look, you made me. I hate it when he tells people that.
118 Delabar Road,
Christopher,
Toronto, Pennsylvania.
that's not where we live. He's lying.
Is that busted? No, it's just made shitty.
Luke Atkinson is watching. Hi, Luke. All right, so
I think we actually might be empty.
I have to throw this out there because everybody's asking. And honestly, I don't have a good answer for you guys. I don't know which camera I'm on, so everybody's asking about BMR. We don't know.
No,
It's not
no.
dead.
There's a good chance we're working on something right now, and there's a good chance there will be a BMR this year. It's going to be different, and it's going to be in a different place. And if you've been following all of our bullshit with that, you know that we had some bad luck with the people at the last location. But if we pull this next thing off, it's going to be kind of sick.
So again, no good answer. There's an answer. We are actively working on it. We don't want to let BMR die. It is personally my favorite event of the year.
Did I mention that this was a Motion Pro product and how much
You
I love
did.
it? Motion Pro?
So yeah, BMR is not dead. We will always work very, very hard to bring that event to you. But for those of you that know and have been, we all know it's really not that good.
Yeah.
Do we have a
This is, you know why I put all that old gas in this can?
for the fire?
This is my fire starting can.
Ooh, Amelia's de-Christmasing today. We're gonna have a little bonfire with her. Do we have a bucket for hardware?
No, because I'm probably not keeping most of that shit.
Okay.
Well, actually, no, the hardware I will keep. Go ahead, get a bucket. Alright. So if I didn't mention what we're starting here with is a 1997 883. One of the first things we're going to do with this, once we get the motor out, is punch it up to a 1200. S&S has a cool kit, and on that kit they advertise no machine shop, no problem. So we're going to take it with that kit specifically for the purpose of showing garage guys how to do that 1200 conversion. Seriously. Gas tank not actually empty still. Oh my goodness. know, every time I tear one of these apart, I get this nostalgia about it. Like, you always wonder if a motorcycle could tell a story. You know, what were all the stories? Where were all the places it went? And people that loved it and owned it at different times, or not that I think a 97 Hugger would have a lot of stories, but I'm sure it has some, especially this one. Okay, don't yell at me for cutting the harness, because I don't care. I think a motorcycle is only supposed to have 7 wires on it. Anyway, if you don't, that's your prerogative. So in pretty short order, we're all going to be at Cycle Showcase. I don't know if you guys heard this year, Cycle Showcase has changed its dates. It's going to be in February. And we're all going to St. Louis for the weekend. That was funny. How many laps am I going to do around the Sportster? And true.
Half a bucket. It's a big bucket, but I have a bucket.
Oh, honey, bucket's not that big.
A bucket, not my butt.
If you hit me on camera, I'm going to have evidence.
That it was justified.
So, what's happening quick? Just having one of them fancy DOES bullshit. Still waiting for our first substantial snow outside of the shop here.
I'm not. Nope. It could never snow again and I would be perfectly happy.
So, let me get on camera for a second.
There's an overhead too. We keep forgetting about that.
Great. So this is a nasty, shitty old carburetor, but still one of the best carburetors, especially for Evo motors, the CV from Harley Davidson. And I don't know if you guys have seen this yet or not, but we started using from the company Gunk. It's a 1 gallon can. It looks like a paint can, and you can actually take the entire carburetor. You know, you take off the rubber parts and everything, and you can dunk the entire carburetor. And it's a carburetor and parts cleaner. You just
What
put
is
it
it
in
called?
a can. It's from Gunk. It's a carbon parts.
Do we have
cleaner.
gunk?
We have that.
Oh, so are we gonna do that?
Yeah, not today.
Well, we should show them again. We'll do a before and after picture.
Yep.
All right, right on.
Okay, where are we at?
All right, so Junior wants to know what tank do you remember for 2019 Sportster 48? The peanut tank has to go. please help. That's the next thing I need to change.
If you go on Lowbrow and actually go through, put that you're shopping for a Sportster, there's some wicked cool tanks. Several of the ones that we built the choppers out of have those, but they make a couple different ones. I really like their axe tank for that Sportster. There's a couple. If you go on there,
it really depends what direction he's going with the bike.
No.
You know, your you have to see the stance and what your overall aesthetic is going to be before you make a random recommendation. But
well, no, I don't. I can make a recommendation because that's what I like.
He's not always right though. But go to Lowbrow Customs. We do a lot with their parts.
I'm gonna throw you the hell out of the shop.
I keep trying to get thrown out of the shop. Scottsburg, Indiana, France. Man, this is so neat. Dan Benson, no, I did not go to Lowe's for the bucket. I sold my dog's biscuit bucket. You've got some beautiful bikes. Thank you very much.
Yeah, the shop that we have that we call our retirement package is Flat Broke Chops and Rods, and those are all flat broke bikes. Actually, the one on the...
Do you know why he calls it flat broke though?
Go ahead. Because after you're done building one of them, you don't got a penny in your pocket.
So yeah, and it's not actually our retirement package because he builds them and he says, "Hey baby, it's okay, I'm gonna sell this one." He doesn't actually sell any of them because he always finds a reason why we have to keep.
That's a quality product right there, Clark.
He always finds a reason why we have to keep it. Oh, well, this one, the first one I made those twisted invaders on. This is the first bike that we built together. I'm like, sell it, we can build another one. Okay. The only one I actually have an emotional attachment to, actually, is this one, Buy the Ticket, Take a Ride. It's a 49 Panhead that right now, actually our friend Barry Wardlaw at Accurate Engineering has the motor for that bike. We're going to be heading down there hopefully within the next couple months to do a rebuild on that, which we're going to take you guys with us for that.
Yeah, Barry's actually doing a lot of this social media broadcasting stuff we're getting ready to for motor work and, you know, all the exotic stuff he does with pans and knuckles.
So that's my motorcycle, and Chris is he's built like 8 motorcycles since he built the Ticket. And he's like, oh, I want to change this and I want to change that, and like I just really want to rebuild it. And I told him he's not allowed to. Like that is my emotional attachment to motorcycle because I love it. Number 1, it's a 49 Panhead. Number 2, it's beautiful. Number 3, it's comfortable to ride just the way it is. So why change it? Just build another one. We're very blessed to have another 49 motor and training sitting on the shelf over there that we've had for 6 years or so. Trying to decide what we're going to do with it.
Pace yourself.
Sorry.
Where's our bull bucket?
Oh, Neil Ryan is watching.
Oh,
Neil
no
Ryan is one of the curators and promoters of one of winter's greatest shows. It's the Donnie Smith show that happens in St. Paul the last weekend of March. And I always say it is the perfect culmination of everything you want in a show because it encompasses motorcycles, swap meet, tattoo show, and car show all in one place. And they've actually also added indoor flat track racing.
Okay, product endorsement for a minute. Let's go up to the overhead camera. One of the best tools I ever got from Harley Davidson. And it seems simple and dumb, but oil drain pan. Simply pull that plug, put it in there, fill up your oil, whether you have a oil waste container or you just take this whole container when you're done to Advanced Auto or whatever, and they'll take the load a little for you. But what's nice is it fits under the motorcycle on the lift. You know, literally just pull the plug and let it run until it's dry. I should have mentioned that in the beginning of the show. That's one of the benefits of starting a motorcycle, like before you start tear down stuff. Get everything warmed up, get the oil circulating.
Juices flowing. Right on. So Bob Williams, I don't know who you are, but he said to throw me out of the shop, which is okay with me because that means I get to go be lazy on a Sunday afternoon. So the last thing he's gonna do is throw me out of the shop so I can go enjoy my day.
But that was funny.
Right? Gary Marcius, do you have bikes for sale? Current?
No.
Yes.
No. No, actually through Flat Broke Chops and Rods, if you like the kind of bikes that we build,
We can build you one.
we can build you one. So we do this thing where if you look at one of those bikes back there, you bring us your donor bike, and for about $10,000 we hand
Or
you one
so.
of those bikes back. And that's, single color base coat, clear coat paint.
So yes, no. Do we currently have any bikes for sale? Not at the moment. Can we build you one? Probably.
Oh, absolutely. Flat Broke Chops and Rods is open for business. I hate getting old.
Give a shout out to Steger, Illinois. Louis Corky Garcia, Illinois in the house.
Give a shout out to all our Chopper Town fam,
I know.
right? Chopper Town's been one of the greatest evolutions of going from the original Chopper Town the Sinners movie to moving up to the variety of programs and stuff they're doing now. It's pretty cool. Okay. And thus the process, the de-oilification process begins,
Is that what it's is that the technical de-oil? I can't even say
right?
it.
You're funny.
De-oilification.
You're funny, man.
So one of the things that we like to do between Grease and Gears Garage Live and Shop Talk is find out what you guys want to know and who you want to talk to. Like if we could have somebody in the shop teaching you how to do something, or if we could take you to somebody's shop that you just wanted to learn about their life and how they got into motorcycles, who would it be? Who could we talk to that you'd want to see? Like Chris, for instance. Chris, how did you get into motorcycles?
I got kicked out almost everything else,
This is the only thing that would have you?
right?
Me, I got suckered into them because he rode up on his 49 Panda.
No, seriously, I always say about how motorcycles saved my life.
I grew up pretty rough and didn't have a male role model in my life or anything, and then I met a bunch of guys that rode in a little local club, and they were all back then, Vietnam vets and wild and crazy, or so I thought, and they were. But in the meantime, in between the parties and everything else, they taught me about, being a man and having honor and values and responsibilities. Pretty good. See, that's what I like about this thing, man. You can just literally start pulling the drain plugs of everything and just
Let it go.
all at the same time.
No, alright, so seriously, what do you want me to take apart? I feel like I'm not being real helpful here.
You're not.
Oh, Newport, New Hampshire, my stomping ground. Craig, I lived in the Lakes region area for 20 years before I transplanted myself to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Oh, almost fell over.
You can start busting down the handlebars and
Okay.
get the headlight off,
Of course, all the stuff I'm going to need a ladder for.
fender. Well, you don't need a ladder for that.
I'm like 3 feet tall.
You're being overly dramatic.
Okay, you unlabeled all our toolboxes.
Most of it's out there. Because I've been ripping around it. There you go.
Okay.
How about I just set them up for you and you can knock them down, huh? How about that?
The first thing, I have one job to do and I drop it.
One job, Heather.
One job.
You got one job.
So, how come you're not telling people what we're building?
Oh, you know,
You want it to be a surprise?
just a little bit.
Or is it because you don't quite know yet?
No, I absolutely know. I just honestly, I need to get the.
I need to get the rendition done.
Oh.
I wish I wasn't such a creature of habit and had to do stuff that way, but
Can I tell them what color it's gonna be?
no.
Oh.
Okay.
So basically, the only thing I can tell them is that it's for Twisted Tea. It's the 2020 sweepstakes fight.
You can sign up online.
And they'll be able to sign up online. And it will be a 97 sports shirt. Oh, but actually, one of the first things, after we get the motor out, one of the first things we're going to do is convert it with an SNS kit to a 1200, right?
I said that already.
I said that already. Probably when I was going to get the bucket.
But thanks for coming.
Like I said, I just keep trying to get kicked out of the shop. It doesn't work.
Someone has misappropriated
My quarter-inch drive socket ring.
Not me.
Somebody.
Didn't do it.
So I'm gonna use the air one. And the compressor's probably gonna come on and it's gonna suck and
Okay, well, you do the compressor. I'm gonna check. See if any has pressure. Sorry, I know that's loud.
See this? I keep all of those.
What is it? Show them.
The little brass insert from the barrel insert for the throttle.
Kevin Sockwell, what do you guys think about the grind bike build-off competition?
The grind?
The grind.
Oh, what do I know about
I'm not
it? Tell me
overly
about
familiar with that.
it. Tell me.
What's up? Oh, hello from Italy.
Oh, you're killing me, Smalls.
So I'm gonna actually have to do some homework. I will look up the grind. I will find out as much about it as we can, and we'll talk about it later.
Ask him to tell us right now, like whose is
Can
it,
you
where
hook us
is
up with a
it,
link?
who's in charge of it. We'll have them on Shop Talk and. I don't know why I'm doing this, because it's just an old pair of buckhorn handlebars, but
It's your process.
you know.
So, and that's another thing. Everybody does things differently, right? For the most part.
Yeah, I might have got an answer why I didn't want to do that. Okay, grab them handlebars.
Drew Woodford says maybe use a small cordless quarter or 3/8 impact to avoid the compressor.
It's a job. But thank you. We might.
So that's just it. That's one thing you guys are gonna probably catch on to really quick. Yes, we are doing this live. Yes, we are bringing you into our shop. But at the end of the day, it is a shop. It is a shop environment. It's gonna be loud. It's gonna be noisy. Thank God you can't smell it.
Sometimes I'm gonna hurt myself and swear.
Yeah.
That's what happens. Let's be honest.
So yeah, none of this is rehearsed. There's no script. There's no, like, it's not reality TV. It's actually real.
What?
Nothing against reality TV. I mean, it's just,
You don't have anything against reality TV? Okay, bust the front of that headlight apart so we can take those Deutsch connectors down. And
throwing stuff at me.
come on, man.
What
I
are we
got a whole
doing?
show to get ready for tonight.
I know. So, what did you want me to do?
Take the ring off the headlight because inside of there is the connectors.
Gotcha. We're not gonna keep everybody here all day with us either, right? Like,
No, I mean, for a good long time we're gonna play the motorcycle apart.
they might get bored.
If they get bored, they can go do something and check back in or whatever. This is just what we're doing today.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Damn it, Jim. I'm only a doctor.
So, what was the first bike you ever built?
Me?
Yeah.
1981 FX, and I built that in 14 different motorcycles in the time that I had it.
What was the first bike you ever had?
First bike I ever had was a 71 Bonneville.
A Triumph Bonneville?
Yep.
So you haven't always been a Harley guy.
No. No, started with Bonneville, then very quickly went to Yamaha 400, which was an awesome bike.
Yeah.
I rode the hell out of it. The guys I mentioned before about the road in the local club, I started riding with them a lot, so they would do cool shit like dent my tank and paint names on it like Pretty Boy.
You are pretty.
Yeah. That wasn't so that they could admire my good look, so they get me into bar fights.
How old were you when you had your first bike? I don't even know that.
16?
Really?
Nope.
Alright, so everybody watching.
Well, my first road motorcycle.
Your first. Alright, so what was your first motorcycle? And how
My
old
first
were you?
motorcycle was a Yamaha MX-60. And I was 6 years old.
Grandpa?
Huh?
Grandpa?
No, Mom.
So people watching, how old were you when you got your first motorcycle and what was it? I'm curious.
Okay.
Ooh, Glasgow, Scotland. Hello from Sweden, Netherlands.
I like Scotland.
How do you know? You've never been there.
I've seen the movies.
I will apologize in advance for any horrible accents he may or may not do. I want to see what people say about their first bike and how old they were.
You just want another excuse to stop working.
One of us has to be a mediator.
One of us has to work.
Let's see.
Funny, I hear all the time while I'm not really doing anything.
Alright, Kip Kotler sent us a link to the grind. We'll check that out. Let's see. Missy 2003 Ultra Classic Anniversary Edition. That's what she learned on at
Wow.
35. Mike Draco 15, a Yamaha 100 Enduro.
Nice.
Baxter 14, Coleman 50.
A lot of city guys.
First road bike 74 Sportster with a weld-on hardtail. He was about 32. Let's see. A lot of guys.
What's that?
You said a lot of guys.
A lot of city guys started off when they were young with, remember the old Harley Davidson and like Rupp mini bikes.
Oh, yep.
A lot of them started with that because one guy in the city would get one of those and everyone would ride it.
Let's see. 11 years old Honda SL70.
Oh,
At
choice.
Dan Benson, 20. He was around 22, he thinks. He got a 750 Norton P11. Phil Heil Schwinn with cards in the spokes.
Dude, I had that. Hey, wait a minute. I'll better that. I forget what Christmas it was. My grandparents got me the Evel Knievel edition Huffy motorcycle or bicycle.
Evel Knievel Huffy. Wow.
Let me tell you how cool that was. Not only was it red, white, and blue, and it had number plates, and it had like a little gas tank thing. On the one handlebar, it had a thing that if you went like this, it made motorcycle noise.
Did it really?
Yes. It was so awesome.
That's pretty cool.
And I was up at 4:30 in the morning before anyone else that morning for Christmas at my grandparents' house. And it was a little bit too tall for me still. So I got on the bike, couldn't reach the ground, and fell over into the Christmas tree. Knocked the whole Christmas tree over. That's how I woke the family up.
And they still let you have the bike.
Yep.
Right on. Alright, 16 years old, Honda 350. Right on. Alright, What do you want me to take apart next?
I don't know, some of this bullshit. I guess
Let's see. Sean Gallagher. First bike was a 79 KZ400 LTD that I got for free when someone was about to trash it. New battery and a little wrenching, and it was on the road. I was about 20. Sean, are you no school chopper, Sean?
I think so.
I think so. Athena is in the house.
Right
Right
on.
on.
So I don't know if I'm supposed to tell anybody this. We're actually, we're kind of working in covert fashion with Athena to help her launch a little program of her own.
Really?
Yep.
That's cool.
Which will be cool because she's a trip.
I love when I learn new things on live programs. I'm just kidding. No, Athena's awesome. She's killer. No, seriously, what can I do to help? I'm not. Hey,
Just settle down.
I'm not a good standard buyer.
Well, that's what I need you to do right now.
Okay.
I should probably take this rear fender off before we do the whole thing.
Yeah.
But that would mean getting a little wild. Well, maybe not. Probably get to that shit. Start busting these nuts off.
You want me to what?
Well, we can't really do the shock yet. No, let's do the whole thing.
We'll just wait for this
Yeah, give that a shot. You know, I noticed lately your little smart ass attitude. Not that it was ever really gone because you are from the Northeast, but it's getting stronger and stronger.
You know why? It's because
I can only figure you're trying to make us into the motorcycle Punch and Judy.
honestly, it's because I'm not altogether comfortable with being
Right,
on.
it's just us in the garage.
I know, but I know there's people watching and it makes me nervous. And that awkward silence is deafening.
It's not sound. If you be quiet, there's music over there. You want me to help you get comfortable and get over all that?
No, you scare me.
Take your pants off.
Christopher! He's fresh. I'm sorry.
This is irritating.
I broke a rule.
What?
I broke a garage rule. I had a ring on.
Yeah, you do. Did someone else call you out on that? or you
Nope, I just
realized?
looked down and saw it, and I broke my own rule. I'm surprised somebody else didn't call me on it. Even though I'm not really doing a whole lot today, I have made that mistake more than once and found out the hard way.
And why do we say not to wear rings?
So they don't get cut or caught or crushed or...
Or end up damaging the motorcycle?
Yeah, I'm not so worried about this,
Well, that's
that
nice.
with this one necessarily. With this particular motorcycle. I mean, he already broke my finger once, so I'm just kidding. What's up?
Can you get to those oil lines over there?
I just pulled one of the clamps off over here. Just because it was pretty much off already. This one's just coming off.
So, any of you guys that are watching have probably been to a motorcycle rally or two. And if you have, you've undoubtedly run into our buddy Billy Grotto from Twisted Tea. Billy is the reason, almost exclusively, that we do these programs. Not Greasing Gears Garage, but the Twisted Tea builds. Billy, you know, because people think like right away, they're like, oh, you build a bike for Twisted Tea, you must be making a bunch of money. No, we're not. It's great promotion for the magazine and for the shop and all of that, but mostly Billy is one of the greatest human beings on the planet. He does so much for everyone all year long at all the rallies and, you know, other builders and event promoters, man. Like, to be able to do this with him and back to, you know, for his company is just, it's an honor for us.
I think too, aside from that fact that Billy is one of the greatest human beings, it gives Chris an opportunity through our crazy schedule and publishing the magazine to get his hands dirty and work on a motorcycle. Sometimes it forces him to do something he loves, because I don't know about you guys, but like, we're always chasing after the work. We're always working. And this way, having this be part of the work, he gets to be creative, he gets to work in the shop. So it actually is multi-purpose. We just got a message yesterday from the guy that won the 2018 Twisted Tea bike. It was this cool little flat track inspired. We called it the Twisted Tea Tracker. And he rides the hell out of that thing. And it was so great because sometimes, you know, people aren't always overly excited about winning. They're hoping for a cash buyout. This guy was genuinely happy to own that motorcycle and rip around on it. And one of the greatest things is he called me one day and he's like, you know, he says, I thought it just looked fast.
Yeah.
And then he was like, it is fast. And it is sick fast. So it's awesome that he really enjoys it. He rides the hell out of it up in New Hampshire.
That's one of the ones I would really like to have back.
You say that about all of them.
Oh, that one. That was a great bike.
Yeah. Actually, one of the best parts about his story is when they called and told him he won.
Yeah.
He didn't believe them. He thought it was a joke. He made him send them documentation to prove that he was actually the winner of the T-bike, because he thought somebody was trying to pull a scam on him, which was awesome. Did we break it?
No, it was still shorted out, so it's all melted and funky.
Oh.
But still a good headlight, so hang on to
Right
that.
on. Another reason why we like choppers is there's like 6 wires.
Yeah, I should have already.
Damn it! I'm just gonna go stand on the corner.
Okay, as I get this stuff free, you can actually take it. I wish we could listen to real music.
I know.
Something's better than nothing, though.
Right?
A wise woman once told me. Take this one too.
Parts pile?
Yep. Here.
I'm excited about being able to show the people the transformation of this motorcycle. It's kind of like the Ugly Duckling story.
Come here, baby.
I'm coming. This is what I'm really good at.
I told you earlier you could have got those and busted up front fender loose.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that. I'm sorry.
In here. Hold it so I can see it, not so you can. Okay, goddamn. There you go. Hold it there.
Is there a clip or something in there? There you go. All of that for that.
Well, and in the end, I'm gonna put these Deutsch connectors on inside of here. And
For
they'll
what
have to be
purpose?
cut anyway. Well, Deutsch connectors are really nice for the fact that anybody who does a lot of riding, they're like
Oh,
actual.
they're kind of like a quick connector.
Some guys call them boat plugs or
Oh, gotcha. Are these trash now?
no.
No. Okay.
It can actually be reused. Ah, that was the reason for our shorting on the headlight. There's a little wire rubbed raw there, see that?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if they can see that, but
Trust me. Little wire rubbed raw, and that's the plug from the headlight was melted almost in half.
oh, geez.
I think I used to take this.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Almost there.
It's cold in here today.
Well, I think I have the heater off. Okay, so how are we doing on our fluid? I think we're all done, right? We did the primary.
find the right tool, and I said, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Because I'm like 5.
Harkening back to a time when shit like that was funny. This is another thing I keep all of too.
What's that?
These little barrels and clips.
Oh, yep. What's something that you would never reuse? Like, no matter what.
Shit. I was trying to concentrate, damn it! Something I would never
Something
reuse.
you would never reuse off a motorcycle.
I don't know, man. Like, seriously, as long as you check the stuff out and there's nothing wrong.
Yeah, just go for it.
Yeah, because, I mean, you know, dumb shit. You check tires for dry rot, you check
Yeah.
brake pads and stuff. I mean, I guess the question or the answer I could give right away is I'd never reuse the turn signals, the stock frame,
Well,
mostly the front brakes, ever. Wow. How can you tell when somebody has never adjusted their clutch? And I mean ever. I mean, like, once the factory put it where it went.
is that all the stuff just come out of there?
Yeah, and I'm wondering if that's ever going to come apart. Or if they're just going to cut it off.
What's that you're using? Is that PB Blaster?
Yeah.
Ooh, that stuff smells bad.
Yeah, I knew you'd like that.
Who would be calling the office on a Sunday?
Ah, look what I found.
Uh-huh. I'm having a hard time today. Struggling.
If this breaks free, I'm going to be so impressed. Well, first of all, I need to start with the right wrenches. Huh?
You need a holder?
No, but I do need a half-inch wrench. Yeah, I'm just getting short on those.
I have one in my hand.
Oh.
I will wait.
I figured you'd be done already anyway.
I was just saying I was struggling. How did I get that one?
Absolutely cannot believe that broke free. I was for sure going to cut that. We still got people with us?
We do. I think we are definitely losing interest. I think we've hit our maximum capacity for a Sunday afternoon.
Wow.
But by no means do we ever expect anybody to sit and watch us just...
Do me a favor, hold this up like this, and you're going to twist it as I move this around.
like I said, this is just what we're doing, so.
Not that I'm being a huge help today, but I am going to have to break away in a little bit and get some stuff ready for tonight. Tonight, if you guys missed the beginning of the show, we have an episode of Shop Talk on tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern that you'll be able to find wherever you're watching this. And we're going to be having Ellie Rains from Women Riders USA International join us. We're going to be talking about some upcoming events and some product reviews. Right?
Well,
So again, that's tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
what?
God, I'm just laughing at some people.
Well, okay, share it with me.
No, it's embarrassing. Can I have that one, please?
How the hell do you get plastic stuck in turn? Okay, the hell with that.
Really?
So,
So some things. How many things in this process have you seen people do to bikes that should never be done?
what do you mean?
Like when you're looking at a bike and you see wire nuts on there. Like what's the worst thing that you've seen?
I guess one time I saw a guy take a fiberglass repair kit and wrap it around a broken piece of frame. I found that building a bike.
Really?
Yeah.
A frame?
That is not an adequate repair for anybody that's wondering.
Can you just break this for me? Please? Let's see, fill how brake fluid and air in the tires. Oh, reuse. That must have been reused.
Yeah.
Jeff, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do that.
What?
He wants me to blow a kiss at the camera up close. Not happening.
Why?
Maybe Chris might.
Give him what he wants, damn it.
No!
Don't be so uptight.
That's part of why you married me.
Because you're uptight? No. This is a good one here, huh? This is actually a real good one. You're asking that question of shit not to do. I would not use my master cylinder bolt to hold my inspection plate on. Not master cylinder, caliper.
So Rich Petoniak just joined us. He's one of our friends from the Massachusetts area.
We can put this up on the wall too. I'm getting a collection of these now.
Wanting to know what we're building that into. No, Richard is not going to be a flat track racer. It is the 2020 Twisted Tea sweepstakes bike. And that's all I can tell you because Chris kind of wants to keep it under wraps.
Rich wants to know if we're building a dirt drag bike.
Yeah, no, that's not this. Unfortunately. But it's gonna be a cool bike that, pretty much anybody will look at and say, I can ride that. Because believe it or not everybody looks at a 9-foot long chopper and says, hell yeah. They're like, oh no.
Which Sugar Bear taught me a lesson about that one time. I used to be afraid of super long choppers.
Really?
Like super long ones. And so, like my bikes are not long
No.
compared
Like
to Sugar Bear.
Clinton's long?
Yeah. And one year out in Sturgis, Sugar Bear said something about, whenever I grow up and get a real long bike. And I told him, I was like, well, I'm working my way up to it, blah, blah, blah. and he called me out, and he had Gorgeous there, and he said, "Here, ride mine."
You did
Yes,
not
I did.
ride Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Okay, so for those of that you do not know, Gorgeous was a bike built by Sugar Bear, the legendary Sugar Bear, and is probably one of the most beautiful choppers ever built, in my personal opinion. But you got to ride
Real
Gorgeous?
nice. I'm pretty sure it was Gorgeous. It was his bike.
Rich, why is the ticket apart? What are you doing? Rich, the ticket
I
is
love
apart.
how emotionally invested
I
everyone
know!
is in that
The
bike.
ticket is part. Barry Wardlock from Accurate Engineering has that motor, and we're going to be going down there to rebuild it. It's as you know, it's a 49 panhead that Chris and me, thankfully, rode the hell out of. Like, all over this country. I think he's ridden it in, like, 48 states. So it just needed some love, some TLC. It's going to get it freshened up, and that will go back together in 2020 if it kills me. Oh, Sean Gallagher, right on. That is Sean from No School Choppers.
There you
if
go.
you need a license plate bracket or
Yes.
a light for this build, absolutely. We always love using parts from our friends out in the industry, and Sean is absolutely no
We use No School
exception.
constantly. Like that's almost exclusively like my license plate and
Yeah,
your light.
he's awesome. NoSchoolChoppers.com. Go check him out and his parts line. He's a great smaller shop based out of Colorado. That's another thing. We really like to support the small shop.
Hey Sean, do you have a metal No School sign or to get up in the garage here?
Oh,
We're going to
yeah.
be doing a lot of stuff here this year. Oh, dum-dum. Lost my ability to count to 4 today.
Oh, anybody in the Pennsylvania area, Western Pennsylvania area, that knows of any good polishers, please send us a link because I really don't want to do it. This motor is definitely going to need a lot of cleaning up.
polish.
Holy cow. But again, just like the ugly duckling. Right? Andrew, is that an S&S engine?
Not yet.
No, not yet, Andrew. It is a stock 883 Sportster at the moment. We are going to be upgrading it to a 1200 using an S&S kit. That's going to be an episode, I think, within the next couple weeks. We'll get that on here. We will do that live on the air. Or actually, Chris will do that live on the air.
I hope.
Johnny Calagero, sell me the panhead before you redo it. Not happening. Sorry.
That one's a member of the family.
Yeah. That again. That's a weird emotional attachment for that one.
That's trying to cheat this. I don't think I can.
Don Bashline. Don, you shut your mouth.
What he said?
You need a bigger garage.
Nice, my man, Don. My
yeah,
man.
actually,
My man.
yeah, we kind of do actually need a bigger shop, but we are very blessed to have the shop that we have because I know some of our cohorts out there are working in less than half the space
Been doing
and
just
putting
fine
out
with it.
some amazing motorcycles.
Here, hold that.
So we're just thankful to have any shop at all.
And we're spinning.
And we're spinning. I'm spinning.
Go ahead. I'm taking the whole wheel.
Wow, what a pain in the tuchus. Excuse me.
Okay.
Ooh, I wonder if we can, Joe, our buddy over at Motion Pro, he's been wanting to do a cable tech tip. Maybe this might be a good bike to do that on.
Okay, so this is probably a good place to sign off.
Okay.
From here, we're gonna take a couple minutes. I need to block the bike up because if you weren't here at the beginning of the show, we mentioned the people from Banks Brothers are gonna come over this week. We're actually gonna keep the motor in the frame. We'll jack it up, put it on some blocks, get the wheels and stuff out of the way, but we want to show you proper use of their Banks lift. These guys have designed a lift that sort of like an engine stand for building, car motors, but it slides into the bike and grabs onto the bike motor, and you can actually pull it out with this stand. It has a couple different levers and stuff. I'm excited to see how it works. Anybody that's done a lot of this knows what a super huge pain in the ass it is, motor in and out without, scratching everything up and banging the motor around. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna dress the rest of the bike out and get it ready for that. We'll probably come back with a real quick segment on a couple things in between time, but stay tuned. Like I said, this is the 2020 Twisted Tea Motorcycle Giveaway Project, where things are going to go really fast because this bike is going to be sitting in Daytona, done for its reveal at a couple different places. So
that's 3 months. We have 3 months to 100% complete this motorcycle. I think 3 months to the day, actually.
So until next time, I'm Chris with Cycle Source Magazine.
I'm Heather.
And we're both here with Grease and Gears Garage Live. Until next time, take it easy. Go do something fun in the shop.